Hello friends, today I'm really fortunate. I'm introducing you my friend Jen Huang.
How many of you here who would like to make a change either in your personal life or your business life?
Và hầu như đều nói là không thể.
Hành trình từ không thể thành có thể.
Cái lòng biết ơn là mình được sống nên mình phải sống như thế nào đó. Để làm điều đấy thì cố gắng trên tất cả những cái gì mình làm mỗi ngày.
Build our social capital, our relationship, so one day we have people can work together as a team.
She is very special person in Vietnam, right, Jen? So you always introduce yourself as Jen. What does it mean?
Thank you.
In Japanese, Zen means good.
Oh,
Yes, Kaizen.
lovely.
Yes.
So
Zen.
maybe I think everyone has a name, and we are not the name, we are not our face, we are not our body. We actually much more than that. Or maybe we can say we are nothing, but we can be everything. And actually, for Jen, it is really something that like a journey.
Journey.
Yeah, I started my English name Jennifer, where at that time I worked for Samsung, and we worked for like different countries, 11 countries, and everyone needed a
Short name.
like that people can call you when you get out of the street, and make sure that they call you like correctly. So I chose Jennifer at that time because I already had that in my mind with another name, Jessica, but finally I chose the South Jennifer. And after that I started using it, and until a moment when I was in Spain for my first master, there was a professor who was very like strong mentally and physically, and he taught me to look at life in the way where I could slow down more because I was very non-stop before, and he called me Jen, and I thought, wow, that was so short and sweet. And later on, I also felt like my core values in life actually like surround the word J, which is joy, and E, which is empowering, and N, which is nurturing. So I actually found, maybe
Acronym.
that was the reason why I felt that was so connected when somebody called out. So the name is not really the one thing describing everything about us, but it can be a reminder for me to live up to that core values every day. So that
Sure.
today
I understand.
we will make
Yes.
this video joyful in a way, and you empower me.
So it is an acronym. She has made it Jen, journey, empowering, and natural.
Joy, empowering,
Joy,
and
empowering, and natural.
natural, yeah, or
didn't
nurturing. They come together. Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Oh, thank you. Now you know it.
Now
And
I know.
your name has something related to
Akolina,
it.
yes. My name have a special name, special meaning. I will tell you later, not now. Today is interview with you. Okay. But only one thing, my name is Russian.
Oh.
Yes.
It creates the sound of music, which is like make us feel the joy already.
Maybe. Okay. So friends, I'm going to introduce her. It's a long introduction. She's an author, she's a TEDx speaker, she's a trainer, she's a coach, and she's a leader. And last but not least, she's an engineer.
That's a formal engineer. If you say I'm an engineer now, they test me with some kind of technical thing, I'm going to be out of the game.
No. I'm not going to ask that. Not a technical thing.
I was a formal engineer. I studied electronics and telecommunication. And later on, I worked for Samsung and a partner of Dell for my engineering career.
Yes.
And now it's like, it is another kind of life, but it's still related to the engineering thing because I'm working to support engineers and scientists to commercialize their research. So I think everything happens for a reason.
For a reason.
And all the dots connected. So I know, the engineering life has so much meaning for me to this moment in life where I can actually work with these people.
You are empowering people.
Yeah.
Better to say you are empowering all the people around you. My next question, how was your childhood? How did it affect to your thoughts?
My childhood, I think everyone has the childhood that we know it influences consciously or unconsciously. For me, I think in both level, and the level of conscious, it is quite like deep and quite interesting, because it is a journey to feel like how much it influenced on me. And I found it influenced on me with the reason I am actually using the 3 keywords as my core values: the joy and the empowerment and the nurturing or nature. Because I was a kid and I was silent for almost like 20 years in the countryside, where people would tell me that I would not go to study engineer as a girl from the countryside, or I could not like get that full scholarship because I'm also a girl from the countryside. And they told me a lot of things, but I remember these words because I had it inside myself. So you probably also can relate. Sometimes people give you a lot of things and you remember something that actually you still have in yourself that you have not resolved yet. So at that time I had that kind of not really belief in, like belief in whatever my background make me something. So I think the reason like that made me want to really want later on to live to another life where I can connect with people. And another thing about childhood also, because my family was really like working hard to support the 4 kids, and I almost died 3 times. So I had a strong desire that I had to live the life that I felt worthy. So that is a very important thing that I think the childhood made me here today, which is having a purpose that's bigger than just being survival, but more about thriving and making a meaningful life. And then the other thing coming with the aspect that I wanted to connect with people, I wanted to be able to speak up. So that just led me to the journey to identify the how. And I started with the engineering life, and then later on I started with the community and training, coaching and writing as to how to execute on that desire and that why that I knew when I was a kid.
True. So you became silent for 20 years. After that, she has been a TEDx speaker. How amazing journey for you, for all of you. Okay, so you believe in your dreams. So you made impossible to possible. How?
Lovely. I think the impossible, there was a video we talked about, it means I am possible. And I had a period of time that I really had that strong limiting belief. I would say like that I didn't know that I was not that worthy, but at the same time I had a very strong empowering belief that I could figure it out. So it's very interesting that the belief can also empower us how we act later on. So I had that strong belief that it's possible.
It's possible.
Everyone can do what they really believe and they think is important. But the later period in life, I realized I also had an unworthy belief, which made me always wanted to get another goal happen. So because I believe that it's possible, so I set different goals and I achieved that. But the underlying like not worthy making me getting more goals, having one more boyfriend, and getting more book done and giving more speeches. So later on, I had to really retell that story and that belief so I can still achieve the goals at the same time with the mindset that because we are worthy and we are possible.
True. So you have 7 books. Among that, the last one is Rebirth. How do you describe the last book and what is the main thing? It's a self-help book for our own improvement. So how do you describe your last book, Rebirth?
This book is very interesting because it not only can be called like a self-help book, it can be called like a leadership coaching, and it can be called like a team coaching book, because I package that journey of myself and the journey of also working with a team. It started with the story that I I just retell the underlying story I just said before.
The iceberg.
That I really work on achieving goals, but there's some underlying, like really limiting thoughts and beliefs that not sustainable, not worthy, and not loved. So that's how I achieve the goals. But at the same time, I still have some holes in my feeling. So that book is really like to change that system to more sustainable. But it actually only happened when I was in the situation that I had a time when I had to go to the hospital. After 3 weeks, I was in pain in my stomach and later on my head, because I had the disease that I knew more than 10 years ago, but I didn't, take care of that with a medicine or anything. I just took care of it with my lifestyle. So at that moment, I had a year where I worked crazily, even more than before, and I also had quite like a negative emotions sometimes because of some kind of projects, and that made me to the point where I had to go to the hospital for 3 weeks, and I always associated hospital with death because my mom was almost dying there, and my younger sister and myself and my aunt. But at that moment, I was alive, and I changed how I look at the hospital. It's a place of giving birth, a place where I rebirth.
Yes.
So that's why the word rebirth came as a very main name in the title of the book. And it comes with everyone needs a coach, which I believe that we are our own coach.
Yes.
We need a coach for sure, for business, for performance, for sport, for health, for finance. But after that, the person who stays with us the most every day, which is ourselves. So that books really want to package all of these to make a person can coach themselves,
Self-coaching.
their team, and also may be able to help other people with that career.
Yes. So one sentence what do you want to say to the young people, or to the young generation, your message? It's very short note, what they can follow in their life to get success, impossible to possible.
You can, we can,
We all can, if you want. You can, we can, we all can, if you want. Bye-bye. Subscribe our channel. Coming back with another video next week.